Hey guys, it's me, Jimmy's Customs. Back again with another video on some new one new figure that I've put a lot of time into in making. And guys, sorry that I haven't, if anyone, I don't know if too many people watch my channel, but for those that do, I try to upload relatively regularly because I like to get my figures out, and I do post them on Flickr now. If you guys want to check that out, I'll put a link I'll put a link for that in the description. So I felt a bit like I needed to post a new one, and I have made heaps of figures in between these videos. I'll probably make videos on, but every time I make a figure and I don't post a video on it, because posting a video takes quite a while, if I don't post a video on it, then it kind of it sits there, and then it gets outdated by the standards of what my new figures look like, and then, they still look good and everything, but it means that I'll be wanting to make a new figure for that. You know what I mean? I want to make variations on my figures then and stuff, and then and then this whole thing happens and everything, and then they just don't get posted. So here's my Mandalorian figure. There's a couple things I might want to make a gun in the future, but for now I'm just showcasing it. And in the background we got the new Mandalorian battle pack. I don't know, I might do a review on some of the new Star Wars sets I've been getting. I don't really do any reviews on my channels, but I might try that in the future. Just if anyone wants to see that, let me know in the comments. But yeah, so onto the Mandalorian. I'll just move these guys out of the way. This is the figure. I'll zoom in a bit. But yeah, I've done multiple tries and attempts at making this figure because I absolutely love this TV show. I'm a mega Star Wars fan, but I'm probably just going to say this is probably one of my favorite Star Wars media, if not my favorite form of Star Wars out there. And that's for a couple of reasons. I love a lot of Star Wars movies and everything, right? But the thing about this is it's got kind of a certain charm to it where none of the other Star Wars properties really have that. It's more, I don't know how to put it, but anyways, I just really enjoyed the show, and I know a lot of other people do, over the online. Everyone's been talking about it a while ago because the show has ended its first season, but it'll be coming back in the second season. So any changes I want to make, I'll probably make around when that season comes out, or maybe earlier, I don't know, whenever I feel like it. But yeah, so this is my Mandalorian figure. First up with the helmet, what I did is I actually went down and carved out a lot of the helmet, to start it off, I carved out a lot of the helmet. So that meant I had to re-sculpt a lot of it, and after a while I was feeling a bit nervous with how it's going to turn out. And with the regular Mandalorian helmet molds, it was good that Lego made a good one, and then they've just stuck to that. But it's kind of thick around the bottom of the helmet and stuff, and it's not really that accurate compared to this Mandalorian in the show. Well, the Mando and everything, right? So what I did right is I sculpted all the visor part to make it 3D, and then the bit on top of the helmet, this line bit that goes all the way across the helmet, right? And then I carved out the cheek bits of the helmet, right? And I sculpted around that. I re-sculpted the bottom of it, and I sculpted it on top of it to give it some depth in there. And then I painted gunmetal in those bits because it does look darker from the shadow, but it also gives it more of a cool effect, looking effect. And when I first made this figure, with the helmet, right, I'd made the helmet and stuff, but it looked a bit rough, because I made it a couple months back last year, right, sometime, and so it didn't really stand up to the standards I was wanting to, and I didn't really feel like posting it on YouTube because of that. So what I did is I like the armor sculpts still, they're pretty good. I fixed up the armor sculpts a little bit because one of the the arm armor sculpts. So one of the shoulders fell off, so I had to re-glue that. But I kept the arms from my original figure. You guys probably wouldn't have seen this original figure, but I had to redo a lot of it. So what I did is I redid some of the sculpt work on the helmet, and then cut out some of the visor, sanded it and repainted a lot of it. And then, yeah, so that's the helmet. But yeah, it's very modified. It's just quite heavily modified one of the original Mandalorian helmets. Yeah, but that turned out really good. Some of it still looks a bit messy because I know, like, you know, he's gotten his new armor and everything, and it's meant to look like bright and shiny. But I reckon it looks really good still, and I'm really happy with how it turned out because it was pretty hard to pull off. So yeah, I'll get on to the next bit. And with the head that I was using originally, I had to pry the helmet off the original head. So I got a new black Lego head. It's just a black Lego head. It's fine. It's nothing really to see there. But yeah, I had some. My other one's kind of total because of that. And then with the cape, I just took like one of these spongy capes because I like the look of them and the texture and everything. They feel a bit more higher quality than the Lego ones and just look better for capes in general. The fabrics are still great to like work with on minifigures and they look nice, but just for capes in general, they look good. And then so yeah, I just took like a Robin cape or something, one of those spongy ones, and I cut out around the Mandalorian cape to get the same shape. And so I'll put that helmet back on, and the gun, I don't know what this gun's called, it's just one of those Lego Star Wars ones that comes in the sets. I think it actually came on Cara Dune in the set, but the Mandalorian needed a gun, and I hadn't made a Cara Dune minifigure yet, and I'll probably make a custom gun for her or something. And I hadn't had time to make, the gun, and the showcase was getting put off. So, I kind of forgot about the gun. I probably will order one of those, like, online, like, one of those custom sculpted ones by, like, someone else, because a lot of those look really good. And so, yeah. And then the arm sculpts, like I said, all I did, so I sculpted all of the armor out of green stuff on this. The arm sculpt I took from my original Mandalorian, which is pretty similar, pretty simple design for the shoulder ones, but they look really good, I reckon. Still, they're not too simple, but yeah, they look nice. And then the arm gauntlets, right? I won't, if you haven't seen the show, you probably should before watching this, but whatever. I'm not going to put any spoilers in this because I know that can be frustrating, and plus with such a good show like this, yeah, you wouldn't really want it. And with these, and I even sculpted the little hand pads onto the hands, right? And then painted them white and painted the little blue triangles on both of them, and then painted the tops of the gloves brown on top of these yellow hands. So then when I attach the link, it wouldn't scratch off, because the tips of the hands aren't painted yellow. It's the other way around. The tops are painted brown. That worked out pretty well. That's probably a better way to go if you're trying to do something like that. So yeah. And then the torso, I fully re-sculpted this armor. I'm really happy with how this came out. It looks a lot cleaner than my old one, and it looked good after I sanded up my helmet and got out all the little bits and pieces and like re-sculpted some of my helmet. The helmet looked really good with this new torso sculpt. And so yeah, and then once I finished fully doing that, I sculpted these little like bullet things onto. I sculpted the strap and then sculpted these little bullet things on top of the armor torso plating, which I think I actually painted the armor first and then did the strap. I think that's how I did it. And then with the belt, I sculpted the belt and then did these little bullets around the side of it and on the front. And then I was going to keep my old legs from my old Mandalorian figure, but they just went missing. And then I found them later. So yeah, that kind of sucked. But the good news is the leg sculpt ended up looking a lot better. And it was really hard to fit all the little bits of armor onto the legs, so I had to kind of just pick and choose which bits I wanted to sculpt and which bits I didn't really. But I got most of it on there anyways. And the back just has some random Lego Chima print because that's what I used, because it was my only brown torso. Because when I first did it, I actually had to paint a black torso brown because I didn't realize I had a brown torso. But yeah, so I'll put the cape back on. And, also I'll show off the side of the legs. I don't really know what that is. I think that's his gun holster, actually, on the side with those little buttons and stuff. I don't really know what that is. And the strap on the side. It goes on both sides and everything. So, yeah. And there's another one. There's another bit of armor on there. I don't think that's a gun strap. Gun holster. I'm not really sure what they are. But, yeah. That's my Mandalorian figure. It's been through a lot of changes, and I kind of felt like I was doing an injustice if I didn't update it. And I know you guys didn't see the original, but I'm happy you guys are seeing this version because this is like my favorite version yet, obviously, because I went and redid it. But yeah, I reckon the armor sculpt on this looks really good, and I'm very happy that I finally got out like a definitive Mandalorian figure for now, anyways. And yeah, that figure I made a while ago still looks great, I reckon. But yeah, thanks for watching my video. If you guys want to know what I'll be posting next, if you have been watching, I haven't really been posting too much of my stuff, but if you'd see my like massive Lego minifigure custom collection at my house, I I have a lot of minifigures that I did over the holidays, and I just haven't had time to post them. But yeah, I'll try and get up some videos on those. It's just, you know, a bit hard to post them every once in a while. But yeah, and I also have finished my sig fig, so I'll give you guys a quick sneak peek look at that. There's that. But yeah, I'll do a video on that probably, and I'll probably put it as my profile picture. Anyways, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to, I guess. It'd be cool. Like, and if you wanted to like it, that'd also be cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, and bye.